Parasites. Wow, that's a great conversation. So that's something I am intimately acquainted with. If you have taken the time to look at the website, if you've taken the time to watch my video on parasites, you will know that I have an intimate relationship with the foreign invader called parasites. Sometimes a parasitic infestation can be very obvious. It can be a mechanism within the body to try to get it out quickly and efficiently. It could be throwing up, it can be diarrhea. And a lot of times people call that food poisoning, when in fact it's really the body coming in contact with a foreign invader, a protein it doesn't recognize. It's attempting to get rid of it by binding it up and using the excretory pathways to do so. So you may notice frequency of urination, you may notice diarrhea, you may notice that you're throwing up. So those are some acute ways that you may notice that parasites could be a part of your conversation. A more chronic relationship with parasites might result in an unresolved issue physically, an unresolved issue energetically, an unresolved issue mentally that you're having a hard time dealing with, and the interference that you might be placing in its pathway, i.e. medication or some sort of therapy to try to down-regulate the stress, like surgeries, if you've got knee pain or a hip replacement, or needing or having been fully diagnosed with an autoimmune expression that's associated with an organ, system, or function, when it may all along be the presence of the rogue protein that might be hanging out in the tissue, whether it's a colon tissue where the parasites were hanging out for me. It may be a liver issue, it may be a kidney issue, it may be in the joints or the connective tissue. But parasites are opportunistic. They put on a protein coat, and if the digestive system is being distracted by the foods that you're placing in it, and it doesn't have the means to identify something rogue is entered in, those parasites will put on a protein coat and they'll go on a world tour. And they'll hang out in any tissue and can sit dormant for any number of years until they again have the opportunity to come out and wreak havoc on you. So it's an accumulative dialogue. It also could be an acute dialogue. But the opportunity for your body to deal with it, to be able to identify it, to bind it and move it out is a mechanism that you were inherently born with. It's when we do something that disrupts what we are inherently able to do, where the presence of parasites cause long-term damage and can have long-term effects that, if left untreated or unsupported or not taken care of properly, can cause a whirlwind of issues.